So I got a DJI Mavic Air, which you guys haven't even seen the footage yet, and I managed to crash it into the canal, and it's sunk and gone forever, and that all happened within 7 days of getting it. You did read the title right, that is exactly what happened. This is not clickbait, and I'm going to tell you exactly how right now. Okay, so in this bag is the remains of my drone. And trust me, it's not even the drone. So there's the case it comes with. And if I just unscrew it, like so. That is no joke, the remains of my drone, which is obviously the controller and the gimbal cover. Everything else is completely gone. Now I could just sit here and talk about how I lost my drone and how I feel about it, but I think it's best to actually go and show you and kind of give you a bit of a better understanding about what exactly went on. So you may actually recognize this place. This is where I filmed one of my previous videos. But as you can see, according to the DJI Find My Drone piece of software kind of thing on the app, my drone's in there somewhere. And I have absolutely no idea where. Now the problem with this canal is it's quite deep and it's actually filthy. It's a horrible day, but we're going to go up on that bridge because that's where I was flying it from. And I'll tell you exactly how my drone ended up in there. Right, so the bridge right behind me, this one, was the one that I was actually flying the drone off. And right now it doesn't actually look that nice, mainly because you can see the weather is absolutely atrocious, which is what it's like 90% of the time in the UK. But the other night we actually got quite a nice sunset for once, so I thought, let's go and get some practice in with the drone before I go to Slovenia, Croatia. Because obviously I got the drone for part of the traveling series that I'll be doing coming up. And I'd already flown it quite a few times within the week that I had it. And I brought it out here and I literally sat the drone right here and took it off. Now, I had 2 batteries for the drone. The first one, took it up, flew it, got it down to like 30%, brought it back. And I was actually chatting to a really, really nice family who wanted to know what I was flying for and stuff like that. And they had a dog with them. And they asked, can you get some footage of the dog just going along the canal, which I'll show you right now. They just wanted some footage of the dog like walking along here. And I'd fly the drone along the canal and then up because the sunset was actually over there. So that was the shot that they wanted. I got it for them and I just said I'd share it with them however I could. Got that, brought the drone back, everything was fine, and then I was just left to my own just to play around with the drone kind of thing. Changed the batteries out, put it in properly, took it up again. Everything fine, brought it back down just to check it would land fine. Perfect, took it up again. And this is where I lost the drone. So I was flying with it, I just got some really, really nice shots, which is also annoying because the SD card, I don't have any of this footage because the SD card's actually in the drone, and I had the setting of where it only records the SD card because I basically have very little memory on my phone, so I don't want any of it going to there. But I wish I did now because then I'd have the footage to put into this vlog. But basically the drone was up and it was only at about 60% battery. I got some really, really nice shots just flying over, as I said, each side of this bridge. So obviously that side and then that side, which was the one that it eventually crashed in. And I was doing a shot over there in the air and I thought I'll bring it back over this bridge, heading back towards where I was filming for the dog and the family and stuff like that. And that shot was great, that was perfectly fine. And then I got to this bridge and I thought one more shot before I bring it back to myself and then I go home because it wasn't getting dark. It was only maybe about 20 minutes into sunset, but I didn't want to push my luck. I've been flying for quite some time. But as I said, 60% battery and I had 12 satellites. So that's a very, very comfortable position to be in flying a drone. And what I decided to do was do a similar shot to what I'd done before of tracking the dog, except I'll fly the drone kind of along the canal and then back to myself. And then I'd land it, so then it would look like a bit of a reveal shot to me on this bridge. And I thought it would look cool. Now, here's the issue. I was flying the drone from here, and I took it down. I took it down off this bridge, which wasn't a problem because I'd done that before, and I started flying it along the canal. And as I said, 60% battery, 12 satellites, it was perfectly fine. when suddenly about there, which is where I was showing you before, I just saw the drone stop dead still. And considering I was pushing the right stick forward to make it go forward, I was like, what's going on here? Next minute, it just went down and down before hitting the water. The propellers went like mad and it went into the water. And obviously you're thinking, well, why didn't you try and bring it back up? I did. I was literally pushing full force up on the left stick and nothing happened. And if I come over to this side of the bridge, there was actually two lads sat there doing a bit of fishing who could see under the bridge as to what was happening over here. And the drone, literally probably in the middle of the canal, maybe about there, just went down and sunk. And I was stood here in shock, and I obviously ran down the stairs over there, and I was just completely shocked, and I still don't really know what to say right now. I lost my drone within 7 days of getting it in the canal. Now, there's probably a few questions that you've got. The first one being, why didn't you just get in and get it? And I'll show you exactly why I didn't do that right now. Now, for those of you that are wondering why I'm not going to just jump in and get my drone, that right there is exactly why I'm not doing so. We are going to attempt to get it with a net, but as I said, the canal is quite wide and it's quite deep, so the chances of me actually finding it are very, very slim. Even if I do find it, I don't think DJI will do anything for it because it's water damaged, and they'll technically say it was a pilot error, even though it's not, which is what I'm going to get onto now, which is probably your other question. How in the hell did this even happen? Basically, if you fly a drone over water, sometimes it gets a bit dodgy and it can't detect its altitude, which is what happened there. And because this canal is so dirty, it couldn't detect where it was, its altitude, because the reflection. If I just show you down, you'll see how dirty the canal actually is. So the drone literally didn't have a clue how high up it was, which when I've looked at the log data, which I'll show you on screen, it essentially went into forced landing, which means it just lands wherever it is. And you can cancel that if you push the left stick up forward, obviously full throttle, which is what I've done, but you need enough time to do so. And the drone was already pretty much submerged at this point, so obviously I didn't have enough time to get it back up in the air. So effectively the downward sensors on the drone didn't know where it was and just decided to force land, which is obviously something that can happen, but given that I'd already flown over this canal 2, 3, maybe even 4 times, pretty much the exact route, and I was actually a bit higher than I was before because obviously I wanted to get the dog before, which is obviously close to the ground. I didn't think it would be a problem at all, but clearly it was, and clearly my drone sunk and I'm never getting it back. And just like that, I am back home now. It did start raining quite heavily whilst I was out. Thankfully, all of my gear was protected. Now, I just want to say the point of this video wasn't like, oh, feel sorry for me, or oh, look what I had and now I've lost. It was nothing like that. It's obviously going to go down as a pilot error with DJI, so they're obviously not going to do anything. They wouldn't repair it if I managed to get it. They wouldn't give me a new one or anything like that, and I don't expect to. Whilst I don't agree that it was a pilot error because they force landed the drone and I was attempting to prevent it, and to be fair, I felt as though I had enough time to prevent it, but it just didn't respond to me. So I don't agree that it's a pilot error, but obviously these things do happen. Now, in terms of what goes on now, I won't be getting a new drone. There's no way of getting that one back and having it work. There's no way of getting a new one unless I have to like sacrifice traveling, but that's not going to happen. These things are just materialistic. These things are just things that can be replaced, whereas traveling and getting the experience of that is something that can't. And that's what I mean by like, yes, I've lost a drone. Yes, it's disappointing, but there's a lot worse things going on all around the world. At least you've got your health. I've got my health. At the end of the day, it's a drone. A lot more things could happen worse to me. So yeah, it was disappointing. It was horrible at the time. It's still a bit disappointing now, but you move on from it. I can still go traveling. I'm still healthy. I'm still alive, and that is the main thing, which means I can continue to graft. Now, at the time of making this video, I'm on 910 subscribers, I believe. If you'd like to join the 910 so far and help me push to 1,000 if you're new around here, be sure to subscribe to the channel. It will help me out massively. I'm with me going traveling to Slovenia this Sunday, so in like 5 or 6 days. It would be great if I have 1,000 subscribers around that time. I'm still going to be travel vlogging every single day, and obviously having a drone would have been great, but it's not the end of the world. I'm still going to make some great content, and it will just challenge me more to get the most out of this camera rather than rely on a drone to get some nice cinematic visual shots for you guys. Having said that, if this video does happen to fall into the hands of anyone that can help me out, not that I expect it to, but if it does come across anyone's desk, computer, phone that can help me out at all, be sure to reach out to me with my business email, which is always on my Instagram and on YouTube. But as I said, I don't expect that to happen. But if you did find this video not useful, if you liked watching my pain of losing a drone, be sure to let me know by leaving a like. Put any comments or questions, and no hate, down below in the comment section. As I said, be sure to subscribe and join the 910, I believe, at the moment of recording this, subscribers on this channel as we build this travel community. But thank you all for watching, guys. Till next time, goodbye.